Hello, my name is Eric. I am the co-founder of the Parasite All-in-One System, and today we're going to talk about issues that can come up in processing your samples and how to troubleshoot those issues. They happen rarely, but this way we can be able to help you easily clear up things like clogged specimen chambers and the like. So first, let me make sure that we all understand what comes in a standard consumable package. What you'll first have is you'll have a vial full of fecal med, colored fecal med. This will allow the eggs to travel to the top after being centrifuged. You'll have a specimen chamber. They may be different colors. It just reminds you of which different type of test that you're running. And very importantly, there'll be an egg separator as well, and this is going to be key to having a successful test. When experiencing a clogged specimen chamber, it may look something like this. You'll have the specimen chamber in the unit, and we'll go ahead and show you what it will look like clogged. What you'll experience is something like this. Here we're going to go ahead and start a new test, and you'll notice that that I've already poured this specimen in here. We'll start the test, and you'll notice when you go in here that it's going to try to go ahead and suck the test down, and it will not be able to clear the egg chamber. So you'll notice that the level of the fluid here is not being sucked down to be able to expose the bottom of the specimen chamber, the net there. So you can hear that the unit is trying to suck that through, but it is not sucking through the liquid. The first thing you can be able to do to try to unclog it is to take something that's a little bit blunt and to be able to stir that egg chamber, okay, as it is working. So here you'll hear the machine trying to be able to pull that through. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just gently stir as it's trying to pour through there and see if it will set to unclog that. You'll see that there's directions to be able to do that on the machine to be able to follow that. But in this case, even though when I'm trying to stir, it's not unclogging. Okay? If this occurs, what you want to be able to do is cancel the test. It tries several times, and it will give you a chance to be able to cancel the test, and you'll confirm that cancelization. And what you'll need to be able to do at that time is you'll take that egg chamber and you need to throw that out and try with a new specimen. Most of the time, egg chambers are clogged because we forget to be able to put in the egg separator. And what that causes is that if we don't put that in, it allows us to pour all of the specimen in after we spin it and overflow that chamber and have all the fecal matter that we spun down before go into the egg chamber, and that's not what we want to do. Remember, what we ask you to be able to do is to be able to take it after it comes out of the 1 minute spin. What you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and open that up, and remember, we ask you to gently go ahead and put the egg separator in there. Go ahead and push down on that. Go ahead and lock that out, and you'll notice something, and this is very key. If you've done this, what happens is that if we try to pour it out, you'll see it only pours out that much liquid. If you are ever overflowing your egg chamber, that means you forgot to put in the egg separator, because it's impossible to overflow the chamber if you put in an egg separator. You'll see that even if I pour this out, that does not pour in, so we do not pour in all the liquid. What we find out, and I've done this myself, is you forget to put the egg separator in and you put all the liquid back in there, and that defeats the reason that we wanted to centrifuge and that we also wanted to be able to have that egg separator in there. The way that egg separator works is it helps clean up your specimen so that we have very clear pictures. You can see here there's a fine mesh at the bottom of that, and so we can tell when we look at your pictures, if you have a lot of debris in your pictures, that means that you're not using the egg separator. and the test will not be as accurate as it could be as if you were using this, okay? Another misunderstanding is some people thought that if you use, instead of the 1 gram sample, putting that into the top of the tube before you shake it and spin it, what people will do is they've been using the a fecal loop, and they thought because there was such a small amount of the fecal sample in there that you did not need to use the egg separator. You still need to use the egg separator. So I'll go through that for you one more time of what you'll need to be able to do there. To remind everybody how to be able to prepare a specimen even using a fecal loop for an example. Remember that this is put into the animal's anus, spun around, and a small part of the fecal sample will be caught in the loop. What you'll do is you'll take that, you'll open up the tube here with the fecal flotation solution in there. You'll go in there and you'll go ahead and shake that and liberally move that so that you try to get this as clean as possible and to get all the sample as you can put into your tube. And then what you'll do is you'll go ahead and close that. You still need to shake it because the little tube in there will go ahead, little ball in there will help free those eggs. And then remember, we put it into the centrifuge, and we will go ahead and be able to start that centrifuge, and we'll run it for 1 minute at 5,000 RPM. Centrifuge is done, you'll take that out, and even with the fecal loop sample, you still need to put the egg separator in. What that egg separator is what you're going to do is you're going to go and open that up, go ahead and place that in there, take the top, go ahead and press down, go ahead and close it. And again, what that does is allows you to pour the right amount directly into the unit when we're using that. So essentially, it prevents that to happen. So I'll go ahead and have that open. Go ahead and hit next. We picked out our patient. We picked out the test we're going to go run. We're going to go ahead and start the test. So we hit next. In this case, we used a fecal loop. So we'll pick the fecal loop and we'll hit start test. Now Perry tells us what to be able to do. Yes, we did use the green test kit. It comes out. We're going to go ahead and put away the unit from the before, and we're going to go ahead and put in the new egg chamber. Put the egg chamber in. Let's set that down. Now Perry tells us to go ahead and pour in the amount. Now you'll notice again when I pour this in, because I put the egg separator in, you can hear it working, but notice it does not pour in everything. This means that you'll have a clean sample, and it's very, very, very unlikely that that will plug up at this point.